chosen one. Please stop right now and listen carefully. Do not scroll away from this message. This is not the random algorithm placing another video on your screen. This is an urgent interception. And while the world sleeps in ignorance, Archangel Michael has personally routed this specific frequency to you today. Your soul has been profoundly restless for a reason. You have always been the incredibly kind one. You gave your precious energy to people who only knew how to take. You forgave those who never even apologized to you. Your heart feels so heavy. But what if I told you that your kindness was never a weakness at all, and it was actually a rigorous spiritual test designed to elevate your soul? You have officially passed it. The elite forces of this world have been watching you closely. They studied your empathy because they are entirely terrified of it. They wanted to drain your light before you could realize how incredibly powerful you actually are. But they made a massive mistake in their calculations. In their desperate attempt to break your spirit, they accidentally handed you the master key. You thought you were failing at life because you were so exhausted. You wondered why you always attracted terrible narcissists and endless energy vampires. They flocked to you because your spiritual frequency is incredibly rare, and the darkness always attacks the brightest lights first, because it fears the illumination you bring. Your kindness was a trap set by heaven to expose them. Think about the tears you shed in absolute silence. Think about the long nights you stayed awake, wondering what you did wrong. You did absolutely nothing wrong. You were just being prepared for a massive shift in your reality. The pain you felt was just the friction of your soul expanding beyond the limits of this earthly physical matrix. Funny how everyone pretended they did not see you coming. Funny how the people who used you are suddenly feeling very uncomfortable right now. They can sense that your energy has fundamentally changed. They know they can no longer manipulate your pure heart, and your silent authority is sending absolute panic through their dark, spiritual realm. If you leave now, you will single-handedly shut the door on your breakthrough. The elite are actively trying to scrub this frequency from the internet. They deeply fear your awakening. They do not want you to remember who you really are. Stay with me until the final second, because the secret hidden in this message will completely change how you walk forever. This master key is not a physical object you can hold in your hand. It is a dominant frequency that instantly rewrites reality itself. When you finally unlock it, the universe will bend completely to your will. The poverty and the constant struggle will instantly vanish from your entire bloodline. You are about to become the ultimate break in your generational curse. Take one slow and deep breath right now. Feel that subtle shift happening deep inside your chest. That is not just anxiety or random physical stress. That is your spirit recognizing the absolute truth of these powerful words. Heaven is downloading the blueprint into your mind as you listen to my voice. You are finally receiving the glorious justice you deserve. You are no longer the victim of their toxic games. You are the untouchable master of your own reality. The tables are turning so violently that your enemies will have to watch you be incredibly blessed. They will watch the universe pour out unimaginable favor over your life, and they will not be able to touch a single drop of your sacred inheritance. Every time you chose love over revenge, you leveled up. Every time you stayed quiet instead of fighting back, you built your spiritual armor. The elite thought your peaceful silence meant you were weak and completely defeated. They did not realize you were just gathering pure strength for the ultimate cosmic takeover. The master key was forged in that very silence. Do you feel completely hopeless right now? Please stop. The intense loneliness was absolutely not a curse upon your life. Heaven had to ruthlessly remove those counterfeit connections to protect your glowing aura. You had to walk through the raging fire alone so you could learn how to control the dangerous flames. And now, the mighty fire answers only to you. This is the exact moment everything finally makes sense. The universe is aligning a beautiful collision of miraculous events just for you. But there is a hidden mechanism you must understand to keep this blessing secure. Do not let this vital message fade into the loud noise of the internet. Listen closely, because the absolute truth about your test is about to be revealed. Tap the like button as an act of agreement with what God just spoke to your heart. Do not ignore this divine calling today. Your physical action right now anchors this profound truth into your physical earthly reality. You are standing on the very edge of glory. Get ready to receive the absolute fullness of your divine and eternal inheritance. You always wake up feeling so incredibly tired. Your physical body feels extremely heavy right now. The heavy weight you carry is entirely real. And every single morning when you open your eyes, the deep exhaustion is already sitting firmly on your tired chest. You bravely push through your difficult daily tasks. You force a bright smile for all of them. But deep inside your beautiful soul, you are barely holding on. You frequently jolt awake at exactly 3 in the morning. Your mind races rapidly through a million different anxious thoughts. You feel a strange tightness radiating directly from your heart center. The world wants to quickly label this as normal stress or random anxiety, so they can just medicate you and ignore your pain. But you know the absolute truth deep down inside your spirit. You feel the energetic shift. You are not going crazy. I need you to hear that very clearly today. Stop letting modern society convince you that your intense feelings are somehow a medical problem. Your physical symptoms are actually profound spiritual indicators that your soul is currently upgrading. Your nervous system is detecting massive shifts in your timeline before your physical eyes can even see the changes happening around you. You have always been the ultimate selfless giver. You poured your golden energy into empty cups for many long years. You listened to their endless complaints and desperately tried to heal their deep brokenness. And they gladly took every single ounce of your radiant light while leaving you completely shattered in the dark to fend for yourself. It always hurts so much to be used like that. You feel entirely misunderstood by your own family and friends. You sit quietly in crowded rooms, but feel completely isolated from genuine human connection. The casual, superficial conversations feel like literal poison to your sensitive, awakened spirit right now. You suddenly hate the fake smiles and the hollow words that ordinary people exchange every single day without any real meaning. Think about that sudden, sharp pain in your chest. Do you feel it immediately when a certain toxic person sends you a text message? Your body physically rejects their dark presence before your logical mind can even process what is actually happening. That is your divine intuition, actively warning you about their parasitic and highly manipulative nature. You are highly sensitive for a very specific reason. The extreme loneliness you feel right now is absolutely purposeful. Heaven deliberately isolated you to protect your pure frequency from their toxic contamination. You are not being punished by the loving universe at all. You are simply being quarantined in a safe space, so your spiritual upgrades can fully download without any demonic interference or negative energy attachments from those energy vampires. The narcissists were drawn to your beautiful light like moths to a blazing flame. They perfectly mirrored your deep empathy to trick you into fully trusting them. You gave them a million second chances because you truly believed in their hidden potential, but they never actually wanted to heal their own trauma because they only wanted to completely consume your vital life force energy. Stop blaming yourself for staying in that toxic situation. You did not attract those terrible people because you were fundamentally broken. You attracted them because you are a powerful, energetic healer who naturally radiates pure, unconditional love. It was never your fault that they ruthlessly took advantage of your pure and trusting heart. Your beautiful soul was simply doing exactly what it was divinely designed to do from the start. Your physical energy is completely depleted right now. You feel like a sponge that has absorbed the heavy grief of the world. The painful headaches, and the sudden waves of unexplained sadness are not even yours to carry. You are passively transmuting the dark, toxic energy of everyone around you, while they walk away feeling completely refreshed and suddenly happy. You must drop this heavy baggage immediately. The severe physical discomfort you are experiencing is the ultimate proof of your awakening. The old version of you is painfully shedding its heavy skin right now. The tight, anxious chest and the constant extreme fatigue are just temporary symptoms of your necessary spiritual cocoon stage. The glorious butterfly is almost ready to break free and finally take its majestic flight into the brilliant light. I see your silent, hidden tears falling in the dark. I completely validate every single moment of your profound and lonely suffering. The divine time has finally come to call all your scattered energy back to your physical body right now. You do not have to bleed for their comfort anymore. You are officially relieved from your painful duty as the emotional dumping ground for the greedy elite. Before you do anything else today, I want you to take a deep breath. Let the pure healing validation wash over your tired soul completely. You are completely sane, and your powerful intuition has been absolutely right this entire time. The intense spiritual warfare you miraculously survived has forged you into a brilliant and unbreakable diamond that shines brighter than the morning sun. You constantly review the past in your tired mind. You try to figure out where you went wrong. You wonder why they all betrayed you. But the deep rejection you faced was never a cruel punishment for your mistakes. And heaven did not abandon you in the dark when those people suddenly walked out of your beautiful life. The profound truth is completely different. Your deep suffering was highly calculated. It was a protective measure. The loving universe deliberately engineered that sudden, painful separation to save your precious life. The sudden betrayals were actually sudden rescues disguised as heartbreaking and painful earthly losses. You were simply being actively relocated. We call this sacred phase divine isolation. You had to be separated from the toxic crowd. Your rare frequency was far too valuable, and the divine spiritual realm could not allow those ordinary leeches to drain your massive potential before your ultimate awakening. The isolation was a protective energy shield around your soul. Stop carrying the heavy guilt of those broken relationships. Stop believing that you were somehow too broken to be loved properly. You were actually too pure for their highly manipulative and deeply selfish hidden agendas. Heaven saw the invisible daggers they held behind their backs, while they smiled brightly at your face. They never really loved the true you. They only loved the immense benefits your bright light provided to their dark world. You were a free source of endless healing, and when heaven finally decided to cut their direct access to your power, they violently rebelled and blamed you. Their intense anger simply proved their parasitic nature. You did not fail the relationship test. You completely passed the spiritual discernment exam. The painful breakups were powerful spiritual promotions, and the sudden job losses or the strange shifting in your social circles were just necessary physical evictions. Heaven was forcefully clearing the old dead space for your new empire. Listen carefully to this next part. Every single door that slammed shut in your face was a massive blessing. The universe actively prevented you from entering rooms that would eventually become your spiritual prisons. You cried over losing people who were secretly assigned to completely destroy your grand divine destiny. The narcissists thought they were rejecting you. They thought they held the ultimate power over your sensitive emotions, but heaven was just using their blinding arrogance to perfectly position you for this massive upgrade. They were completely blind to the brilliant master plan operating behind the quiet scenes of your lonely life. Your current loneliness is incredibly holy. It is the very fertile soil where your ultimate authority is taking root. You are the rare soul who bravely survived the terrible storm alone. And because you learned how to stand without any earthly support, the universe can now trust you with unimaginable divine power. You are a powerful cycle breaker. You are completely rewriting the tragic history of your entire family bloodline right now. The generational curses stopped the exact moment you finally decided to stop accepting their bare minimum effort. Your strict boundaries are the holy walls protecting the sacred kingdom within your heart. Take a deep breath and let it go. Exhale all the false narratives they aggressively pushed into your tired mind. You are absolutely innocent in the eyes of the highest divine court. The universe has officially cleared your name from all their toxic and completely fabricated earthly charges. You are completely free today. The massive delays in your life make perfect sense now. The universe simply refused to give you the massive blessing while the thieves were still sitting comfortably in your living room. The grand treasure had to be heavily delayed until the environment was perfectly cleansed. The divine timing is incredibly precise. They could never understand your profound depth. They tried to heavily mock your beautiful spiritual visions because they were stuck in a lower dimension. Your glorious existence is a constant, painful reminder of everything they will never be. And that is exactly why they tried so incredibly hard to make you feel totally worthless. But their toxic poison did not work. The brutal training phase is officially coming to an end. You are standing in the purest, energetic space you have ever known. The divine isolation successfully starved the dark attachments that previously weighed you down. You are finally ready to receive the absolute fullness of the ancient promise. You survived the darkest night of the soul. The crushing pressure did not turn you into bitter dust. It forged you into the ultimate master of your reality. And now you hold the undeniable, energetic proof that heaven is actively fighting your battles. Your glorious vindication is finally here to silence every single doubting voice. There is a massive hidden agenda operating just beneath the surface of this normal, everyday world, and it is heavily designed to drain your soul. The dark elite forces have actively controlled humanity for centuries through deep fear. But why did they specifically target your beautiful life out of billions of people? Why did the narcissists always find you in the crowd? They did not choose you by accident or simple earthly chance. They specifically targeted your radiant kindness because your pure empathy is a highly valuable spiritual currency. And the dark elite forces desperately need your divine energy to simply survive in this dense earthly realm while their own power fades away. Your brilliant light is literally their only source of true food. The cruel narcissists and the hidden elite operate on a very low and extremely dense frequency. They are completely empty and entirely hollow inside their broken souls. They absolutely cannot generate their own spiritual light or experience true joy. Because they are completely cut off from the divine source, they must constantly steal it from a pure vessel like you. They carefully studied your highly forgiving nature for many long years. They knew you would always offer a generous second chance when they cried their fake manipulative tears. They literally weaponized your beautiful compassion against you, and they used it to keep you trapped in their endless cycle of toxic emotional abuse. But they severely underestimated your true spiritual identity. The arrogant elites foolishly believed your gentle softness was a fatal weakness. They thought they could just drain your vital energy forever without facing any severe cosmic consequences. But heaven actually designed your incredible kindness as a brilliant master trap, and the pure, blinding light always violently burns the parasitic shadows when they get too close. You are a powerful empath with boundaries now. The entire spiritual dynamic has completely shifted in your immense and glorious favor. The invisible dark system that heavily controlled ordinary humanity for dark ages is finally breaking down completely, and the global elite are rapidly losing their iron grip over your powerful mind because you finally see the ultimate truth of their grand deception. They are completely and utterly panicking right now. Their carefully constructed false matrix is violently crumbling into tiny pieces before their very eyes, because rare and chosen people exactly like you are finally waking up from the deep, heavy slumber. Your profound spiritual awakening is the ultimate holy catalyst for their total destruction, and they know they cannot stop the massive wave of light. Why do you think the system actively promotes such shallow and meaningless daily distractions? They desperately want to keep you exhausted and completely numb to your own incredible power. They absolutely need you to stay completely asleep in their dense, artificial matrix. A fully awakened chosen one is entirely uncontrollable, and your high frequency is highly dangerous to their dark and sinister global plans. Your quiet and sudden silent withdrawal absolutely terrifies their dark souls. Your total permanent absence from their toxic drama permanently cuts off their vital daily energy supply. The narcissists in your personal life are spiritually starving to death right now, and the dark global elite are shaking in absolute fear because they cannot feed on your precious and heavy pain anymore. They cannot easily manipulate a brilliant mind that clearly sees straight through their grand illusion. Your beautiful, quiet authority is a massive and highly devastating spiritual weapon. You do not even have to fight them directly or raise your voice in anger. Your highly elevated frequency simply neutralizes their dark psychic attacks, and your pure energy field perfectly deflects their evil intentions back to the source. You possess the ultimate supreme power to collapse their entire false and toxic reality. Every single time you choose your own peaceful isolation, you actively dismantle their corrupt ancient system. The heavy iron chains of their mental control are rapidly turning into absolute dust right beneath your glorious feet. You are entirely and completely free from their dark grasp, and heaven is constantly watching over your every single step forward. Type 111 down in the comments to quickly claim this powerful alignment. Do not let this beautiful cosmic moment pass you by today. Your decisive physical action right now firmly seals the strong divine protection around your personal energy field. You are boldly claiming your rightful holy place as the absolute sovereign ruler of your own destiny, and the entire universe honors your brave choice. The suffocating heavy darkness is rapidly retreating from your sacred physical space. The evil and manipulative forces deeply know their stolen time is officially over for good. They are frantically packing up their pathetic, toxic lies and running far away from your intense, blazing light. Your absolute sweet victory is completely and permanently assured by high heaven, and the divine spiritual court has already ruled entirely in your favor. The elite made a truly fatal and irreversible miscalculation when they selfishly tested your pure heart. They accidentally activated the powerful sleeping spiritual giant deeply buried within your ancient soul, and now you are the undisputed master of reality who dictates the final glorious outcome of this ancient cosmic war. You hold all the ultimate divine power now. The grand shift is no longer just a distant spiritual concept. It is happening rapidly inside your physical body right now. And before we go to the deeper revelations, I have to share something crucial. There are exactly 3 undeniable signs that your energetic frequency has officially upgraded. These specific markers prove that the dark elite are retreating from your reality. Listen closely to see if you recognize them today. Number 1. You are experiencing massive and sudden relational cutoffs. The people you used to tolerate are suddenly disappearing from your life without any logical explanation. You did not even have to fight them or politely ask them to leave. Your newly elevated aura is literally pushing them out of your sacred space. They simply cannot breathe in your high frequency. The heavy trash is magically taking itself out. You might feel a brief moment of confusing sadness at first, but that quickly turns into absolute profound relief. You no longer feel the burning need to constantly explain your choices to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Their sudden departure is the physical evidence that your divine shield is actively working. Heaven is aggressively clearing the dense runway so your massive blessings can land safely. Number 2. You have developed a brilliant and terrifying emotional detachment. The toxic narcissists who used to trigger massive anxiety in your chest no longer affect your inner peace. They still try to throw their pathetic manipulative bait at your feet. But you just look at them with complete, absolute indifference now. Your emotional reactions were their favorite food, and you have officially closed the kitchen forever. This quiet detachment is your most lethal spiritual weapon. When they realize their dark words cannot penetrate your thick, energetic armor, they completely panic. They desperately try to smear your good name to anyone who will listen. But even their nasty lies are losing power because your bright, silent authority shines much louder than their chaotic noise. You are standing firmly in the very eye of the raging hurricane. Number 3. You are witnessing bizarre and instant physical manifestations. Things you casually think about are suddenly appearing in your daily reality within mere hours. You keep seeing repeating numbers everywhere you look. The universe is constantly winking at you through extreme synchronicities that defy all earthly logic. This is never a random coincidence. It is the undeniable proof that the matrix is bending to your will. The elite heavily rely on dense, logical rules to keep humanity trapped in fear. But your new frequency operates completely outside their artificial laws of physics. You are effortlessly pulling resources and divine favors directly from the higher spiritual realms. The heavy ancient doors that were welded shut for decades are suddenly flying completely open just because you finally decided to walk towards them. These 3 distinct signs are the glorious confirmation of your spiritual victory. The painful testing phase is completely over right now. You did not just blindly survive the brutal attacks of the hidden enemy. You actively absorbed their chaotic energy and magically transmuted it into your own supreme divine power. The dark entities are practically crawling backwards, away from your blazing light, because they know they lost. Take a slow, deep breath and feel the heavy chains falling off your tired shoulders. Do you feel the sudden, undeniable lightness in your physical body right now? That is the glorious feeling of ancient generational trauma leaving your DNA forever. You are literally rewriting the biological code of your entire family lineage just by maintaining your peaceful vibration. You are the powerful anomaly they could never, ever predict. They tried to bury your beautiful soul under layers of deep shame and heavy guilt. They wanted you to constantly doubt your own brilliant intuition, but their intense pressure only accelerated your divine metamorphosis. The painful friction of their relentless attacks polished your rough edges until you became a flawless, reflecting mirror. Now they are absolutely terrified because they only see their own ugly darkness in you. You are stepping into a golden era of untouchable, quiet authority. You do not have to announce your spiritual upgrades to the skeptical, ordinary world. Your powerful, energetic presence speaks incredibly loud volumes before you even open your mouth. The unseen spiritual realms fiercely respect your brand new boundaries. And the physical world has no other choice but to completely submit to the brilliant master of reality you have become. The storm has finally passed. The raging winds that were sent to completely destroy you have completely stopped. You are standing perfectly still in the quiet aftermath. And the profound silence around you right now is not empty at all. It is incredibly heavy with your brand new authority. The dark system completely failed to extinguish your brilliant and radiant light. They threw every single weapon they had at your tired spirit. They deployed the narcissists to drain your deep empathy. They rigged the financial and social systems to keep you constantly exhausted. But their grand, sophisticated design completely shattered against your pure soul. You became the exact weapon you were desperately trying to survive. Your absolute existence is their biggest nightmare. You do not even have to speak a single word anymore. Your mere physical presence demands immediate cosmic respect. The silence after the terrible storm hits, entirely different when you finally realize you were the mighty storm all along. The elite are watching you from the dark shadows. They are completely mesmerized and entirely terrified by your untouchable, peaceful state. They know they lost. The toxic matrix was specifically built to crush sensitive people like you. It thrives on constant chaos and endless loud noise. But your profound quietness is actively short-circuiting their entire dark network. Every time you refuse to engage in their petty drama, you starve their demonic grid. You are casually starving the ancient beast simply by minding your own beautiful business. This is exactly why extreme miracles are suddenly manifesting in your daily reality. The heavy resistance is completely gone. The heavy spiritual blockade they placed over your life has been violently removed by heaven. You are effortlessly gliding into a timeline of absolute, unimaginable abundance. The universe is rolling out the golden red carpet for the triumphant master of reality. Before you do anything else today, please take a deep breath. Let this profound realization settle deep into your physical bones. The years of feeling invisible and entirely unappreciated were never a waste. You were simply learning how to operate flawlessly in the unseen background. And now you are stepping into the brilliant spotlight with the ultimate power to command the earthly elements. But wait, before we go to the ultimate revelation of the Master Key, I must warn you about something highly critical. There is a fatal and deceptive trap that has been carefully set up right at the beautiful finish line. 99% of chosen ones sadly fall for this dark illusion right before their massive breakthrough. Do not look away now. Listen closely to this urgent warning. The desperate elite know they cannot directly destroy you anymore, so they are attempting one final trick to steal your glorious crown. Right when your real blessing is standing at the door, they will suddenly send a toxic counterfeit from your past. An old toxic lover or a fake friend will randomly reach out to you. They will pretend they have completely changed. This is the ultimate test. They want to trigger your empathy one last time. They desperately hope your kindness will make you open the heavy door. If you invite their chaotic energy back into your sacred space, you will severely delay your divine inheritance. The universe is simply watching your immediate response right now. Will you firmly protect your peace, or will you fall back into the painful cycle of endless fixing? Do not answer that question just yet. Hold that heavy thought in your awakened mind, because the dark system is betting everything on your predictable, kind response. They think you are still the weak and overly forgiving person from 2020. They have no idea what you have secretly become in the deep shadows. Your new energetic boundaries are about to absolutely shock them. They always thought you were incredibly foolish for being so compassionate. They laughed at your gentle nature behind your back. But who is laughing right now? The very system that tried to crush you is currently begging for a single drop of your radiant light. But the divine fountain is completely closed to those who only wanted to poison the pure holy water. You owe them absolutely nothing. Feel the immense weight of your quiet authority settling into your physical body. The deep, heavy anxiety is completely washing away. The dark elite are helplessly watching you ascend to a spiritual dimension they can never, ever access. You hold the absolute high ground in this ancient cosmic battle, and the final divine reward is rushing towards your timeline faster than the speed of blinding light. You have successfully navigated the darkest labyrinth of the human experience. You survived the intense isolation and the brutal spiritual warfare, and now you stand at the very edge of the glorious promised land. The dark system has completely exhausted its pathetic bag of dirty tricks. You are totally untouchable and completely immune to their low-frequency manipulation today. The divine realm is giving you a massive standing ovation right now. The powerful angels are actively preparing the golden table in the very presence of your defeated enemies. You are about to receive the ultimate reward for your beautiful and untainted pure heart. The profound secret you have been patiently waiting for is finally ready to be fully unveiled to your awakened spirit. You see the counterfeit standing at your door. You simply smile and lock it tight. You do not explain yourself to them. You do not offer any second chances. The grand test is completely over and you passed with flying colors. The dark system just lost its absolute final gamble against your soul. Here is the absolute truth you have been desperately waiting for. The elite forces never wanted you to discover the ultimate secret of this earthly realm. They tried to keep it hidden under layers of heavy trauma and endless daily stress. But their relentless pressure accidentally cracked the heavy vault wide open, and the profound master key is finally in your hands. The master key is not a magical phrase or a hidden physical object. The glorious master key is your pure, undivided attention. Your emotional energy literally builds the physical fabric of reality around you. The dark matrix only exists because they tricked you into feeding it with your deep, constant fear. But now, you are taking all your massive power back. When you finally stop reacting to their toxic chaos, you starve their entire world. When you place your radiant focus only on your divine purpose, you instantly build a brand new timeline. You are the ultimate master of reality, because your frequency commands the earthly elements to bend. Everything you vividly imagine is now commanded to physically manifest. Can you feel that incredible shift in your spirit right now? The heavy, dry desert you walked through has suddenly burst into a beautiful oasis of divine favor. Every single closed door is violently blowing off its rusty hinges today. That intense buzzing in your chest is the pure frequency of absolute cosmic victory. You are stepping into the exact timeline you were born to rule. The ancient curses on your family bloodline are completely shattered. The toxic poverty and the endless struggling end with you today. You became the brilliant break in the dark chain that future generations will always thank you for. Heaven is actively releasing the massive wealth transfer that was promised to your ancestors. The elite cannot stop this holy transaction. They thought your silence was just pathetic weakness. They thought they had permanently broken your spirit when they pushed you into complete isolation. But what they entirely failed to realize was that solitude was your ultimate training ground. You did not break under the heavy weight. You miraculously evolved into an entirely different spiritual species. Your mere presence alone actively shifts the atmosphere in any room you enter. Your profound silence has become a lethal weapon that deeply terrifies the dark elite. They can absolutely no longer manipulate what they cannot access. You are a glowing weapon of pure light. And the entire universe is forcefully backing every single move you make. The season of desperate waiting is officially over. The pitch-black darkness has permanently retreated behind you. The dawn of the new golden era is shining its brightest rays onto your spiritual crown today. But the jealous shadows will always try to creep back in when you close your tired eyes. You must actively lock this high frequency into your physical reality. The universe requires a firm physical anchor to hold this massive blessing in place. You cannot just casually listen and walk away unchanged. The powerful energy rushing through your body right now must be safely grounded. If you do not claim this brilliant timeline firmly, the Matrix will try to drag you back to sleep. You must aggressively protect your new kingdom. You are the mighty chosen one. You are the rare soul who bravely carried the heavy light through the darkest earthly ages. And heaven is eagerly waiting for your final confirmation of this sacred eternal contract. Prepare your awakened heart to make the ultimate declaration. The final glorious piece of the divine puzzle is falling into its perfect place right now. You are no longer the deeply wounded empath who begged the world to be understood. The burning crucible of immense pain has forged you into the untouchable master of your own reality. From this exact moment forward, your bright energy demands absolute respect without a single word spoken. The divine wealth you were fiercely promised is flowing effortlessly toward you. Do not let anyone ever make you doubt your incredible worth again. The high heavens literally opened up to deliver this specific message directly to your soul today. The universe is loudly applauding your brilliant spiritual triumph. You have officially graduated from the brutal earthly school of hard lessons. It is finally time to sit gracefully on your rightful throne. You have fought the hardest earthly battles in absolute silence. You carried the heavy weight of the entire world on your tired shoulders. But today, you finally drop that massive burden forever. The divine realm is actively crowning you with the absolute highest honor. You are officially stepping into the glorious era of unimaginable abundance and pure holy peace. The fierce enemies who desperately tried to destroy your spirit are entirely powerless now. They can only stand on the distant sidelines and watch your beautiful ascension. The universe has placed a permanent, heavy shield of bright, divine light completely around your soul. No dark weapon formed against your glorious destiny will ever prosper again. You are entirely safe from their toxic reach today. But this incredible new timeline requires your immediate physical participation to remain permanently active. The dark matrix is incredibly tricky and very jealous. If you simply close this message and walk away without sealing the energy, the shadows will try to creep back in. They will desperately try to steal this massive breakthrough while you are sleeping tonight. You must actively lock this high frequency into your physical reality right now. Heaven is waiting for your firm, earthly declaration of absolute victory. When you take a physical action, you actively tell the universe that you are finally ready to receive. The powerful blessing is already yours, but you must boldly claim it before the heavy gates close again. Type the word Amen down in the comments below to permanently seal this reality. Let your fingers physically type the sacred letters as a powerful oath of holy acceptance. When you leave your permanent mark on this message, you actively build an impenetrable energy shield. The dark elite cannot ever cross a boundary that is firmly sealed by your own free will. And if this fiery message has reignited the powerful faith deep inside you, do not keep it hidden. There is a deeply wounded soul out there bleeding in the dark of despair today. They are desperately needing a guiding light to save them from the toxic narcissists. Share this message with them right now to instantly activate the divine anointing. Sowing the brilliant seed of hope today is actively multiplying the grand blessing for yourself tomorrow. When you freely share the master key with another suffering chosen one, heaven immediately doubles your earthly reward. The universe fiercely protects those who bravely protect others. You become a massive beacon of pure, blinding light in a world of endless, heavy shadows. Hit the subscribe button to establish a permanent divine energy receiving station. Do not let this sacred frequency slip through your fingers and vanish into the loud noise of the internet. By anchoring yourself to this channel, you ensure that your spirit will always receive the exact holy instructions it needs. You are building your strong spiritual fortress today. The elite forces absolutely hate it when chosen ones unite in pure love. They want you scattered and completely isolated so they can easily pick you off one by one. But when we gather our high frequencies together, we create a massive spiritual earthquake. We literally shatter the foundations of their dark and highly corrupt ancient system just by existing in perfect harmony. Stand incredibly tall today, my beautiful, beloved chosen one. You survived the brutal, raging storm because you are the mighty storm. You are the terrifying break in the toxic generational cycle. Your ancestors are weeping with pure joy as they watch you gracefully take back the supreme power. The entire heavenly host is loudly cheering your glorious holy name right now. Take one final deep breath and inhale this pure golden light. Let the absolute certainty of your divine victory settle deep into your physical bones. The heavy days of constantly begging the universe for a tiny miracle are completely over. You do not have to beg anymore because you are the one who effortlessly commands the earthly elements to bend to your powerful will. The narcissists will deeply regret the day they ever tried to dim your brilliant shine, but you will not even look back to see their pathetic, heavy tears. Your beautiful eyes are firmly locked on the majestic golden horizon of your brand new destiny. The master key is glowing incredibly bright in your steady hands, and every single door is violently flying open for you. Go forward into the bright world with absolute quiet authority today. Your pure energy completely demands respect, and the universe perfectly obeys. Remember to share this divine transmission and seal your powerful holy blessing in the comments below. Walk proudly in your supreme divine truth, because the infinite heavenly kingdom is finally and entirely yours. Do not ever forget who you truly are in the eyes of the divine creator. You are a flawless masterpiece forged in the hottest earthly fires of betrayal and heavy pain. You are the absolute and undisputed master of your new reality. You must confidently claim your ultimate spiritual victory right now. Lock the mighty gates of your energy field and step fully into your brilliant, glorious light forever.